I wrote a poem, I think my first poem when I was about 16. It wasn't really my poem. It was somebody else's that I pretended... Well, there's this poet, wonderful poet called D.H. Lawrence, and he wrote a poem called Snake. He wrote another poem called Elephant. And he wrote another poem called Bat. And I thought that's so cool. Instead of saying the bat or bats, he just wrote bat. So I thought I'd like to write a poem like that, and I called my poem Moth. The only trouble is, I'd never seen a moth. So I thought, right, I could take the poem Bat, because I do know about moths, is they're a little bit kind of furry and dark and go around at night, just like bats. So I could take the poem Bat, and wherever it says bat, I could scribble it out and write in the word moth. There it is, moth, 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 all in place like that, except for one bit where D.H. Lawrence puts the Italian word for bat in it. And I thought, well, that's probably not the Italian word for a moth. So I scribbled that bit out. Who knows what the Italian word for a bat is? Pipistrelli. Oh, wonderful. Are you Italian? You're just pretending. That's great. Are you Italian? No? Do you know, I know lots and lots of Italian. Well, actually, it's 2 words, apart from bat. I know how to say con funghi. You know what that means? With mushrooms. Isn't that useful? I go to Italy, get out at the station, going to go and buy a ticket, go up to the man at the barrier. Con funghi. It's good, isn't it? You see, when you've got power and control over language like that. Anywhere I go in Italy, you know, you want a deck chair on the beach, you go up to the bloke on the beach. Con funghi. Anyway, that poem called Moth by Michael Rosen. It was printed in the school magazine. People looked at it and they went, this looks a bit familiar. Looks a bit like that poet D.H. Lawrence. And I went, does it? I wonder why that is. Some coincidence. So that's maybe round about the first poem I didn't write.